Good afternoon, I'm KHOU Meteorologist Chris Ramirez. We are tracking some storms that are flaring off across east portions of Houston. It's causing some heavy downpours, even some quarter-size hail, as well as some dangerous lightning. As you look at right now over downtown Houston, things are quite calm, but that's not the case for folks that are just in and over the Baytown area. Looking at radar right now, we're seeing most of that storm and lightning activity flaring up across the eastern portions of Harris County. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit closer so we can see where the heaviest rain is falling. We could see some 30-mile-an-hour gusts just along the I-10 corridor, so lots of lightning, and these storms are flaring up sort of fast as we get to the warmer parts of our day, and we very well could see some of these storms make their way into the central portions of the city. Even a batch of heavy rain activity going on just in southwest Houston near Channel View, or actually south of Cloverleaf, south of the I-10 corridor. So we are expecting this to continue its track across the Houston area as we head into the next several hours. Looking at future track, we're going to see this storm activity sort of want to wrap up around the 6 o'clock, 7 p.m. hour. And then we're also going to be tracking a frontal boundary that's going to be making its way from the north. That's going to be moving over southeast Texas. This is in the early hours of Thursday. So more rain chances on the way. So you want to keep an eye on the latest forecast as we go into the early hours of Thursday morning, as we could see some more thunderstorms pose sort of a problem to your morning commute for Thursday. So definitely expecting stormy activity ongoing right now, especially as we're getting to the warmer parts of our day. We're having a little bit of an instability in our atmosphere as we get closer towards around the 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock hours. So right now, storms flaring up across eastern portions of Houston. Right now, downtown not dealing with much, but we very well could see some of these storms move across the city as we go into the later afternoon hours and evening hours. So lots of heavy rainfall ongoing. This is going to be giving us some more possible flooding issues as grounds are fairly saturated from all the recent rains that we have received. So looking closer right now, if you are traveling just along 225 south of Deer Park, we're seeing more of that heavier rainfall in and around Pasadena near Red Bluff Road, near Genoa Red Bluff Road, with lots of lightning. I could understand that we probably are dealing with some hail in that vicinity as these storms are becoming a little bit stronger. Not seeing anything right now on our hail tracker, but we are definitely tracking some heavy rain that could pose a little bit of a problem when it comes to ponding on roadways, as well as some flooding, especially in and around southeast Houston. So keep in mind that we very well could see some of these storms move inland across the central portions of town, and we're also dealing with more storms flaring up just to the southeast or southwest of town, in around Sugarland, near Needville, south of Richmond, south of the I-69 corridor. But right now, more of the heavier rainfall is occurring in and around League City, down the I-45 corridor, even Baytown, Shore Acres, League City dealing with those heavy rain right now, as well as 30-mile-an-hour winds and some possible quarter-sized hail with these storms that are flaring up as we're getting to the warmer parts of our day. I'm going to go ahead and run through our future track one more time to give you an indication of how long we're going to see this storm coverage. We're expecting this to continue at least until 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. This is going to be wrapping up as we lose that daytime heating, but we are also tracking another weather system that's going to be moving in from the north. This is going to be a very slow moving stationary boundary that's going to be draped over southeast Texas for the early morning hours of Thursday. Thursday morning looking rather messy across Houston. Some heavy rain, some possible storms. Keep an eye on those times. 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. We might be dealing with some issues on our roadways as we are going to be seeing more of this storm activity kind of just linger. And then that stationary frontal boundary is going to be lingering across the Gulf Coast. That's going to bring those rain chances in the picture and keep them there at least through the weekend. So the warmer parts of our day, afternoon hours, likely to have that storm coverage as we head into the next few days into our weekend. Not really good news in terms of storm coverage cleanup, because we are definitely seeing those saturated grounds from the recent rain that we received from Barrow, as well as those issues with the power. So not that we're going to see any power outages, but it might cause a little bit of concerns in terms of cleanup. So for today, the rest of today, temperatures are in the 90s. We're going to see that rain come to an end by 6 p.m. At least by 7, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, we're going to have a little bit of a break. And then tomorrow, we are expecting that storm coverage to ramp on up once again for tomorrow morning. So, and that's the reason why the KHOU 11 weather team has issued that weather impact alert for tomorrow between the hours of 7 and around 10 a.m. So we are definitely keeping an eye on that as we go into the next few hours, but we are expecting these storms to pose a little bit of a threat right now in terms of some possible ponding on roadways, causing some road issues, especially if you are making your way home from work this evening, especially if you are along our east side of the city, especially near Deer Park, Pasadena. We're seeing a lot of lightning ongoing in and around Deer Park, Pasadena, and some possible quarter-size hail with these storms that are flaring up, and they're flaring up sort of fast as we get to the warmer parts of our day. So we're tracking the latest. Of course, meteorologist Pat Kavlin will have the latest weather forecast for you on KHOU 11 News at 4 p.m. And as always, you can stay up to date on